We continue to monitor the situation down in La Plaine. I've not been able to find Mr. Peter Saja, the power rep for La Plaine, to get his side of the story. We'll continue to try. But this story has gone viral. It's all over the internet, Facebook. Everybody's talking. When we come back, we'll talk to a witness. He is not going to take this line down. We're coming back after we do this.
Dominica presents the 19th edition of the World Creole Music Festival.
People all around the world come to feel the magic of this celebration. The music of all Creole nation. Beyoncé et Bidou, come sing and dance with us. Beyoncé et Bidou, come celebrate with us. C'est ça nous, célébrer et Bidou. C'est musique à nous, ça bon Dieu par nous. Vite célébrer et Bidou.
For more information, call 448-4833 or visit dominicafestivals.com.
My name is Silvanus John Baptist from La Plaine.
Mr. John Baptist, can you tell us, can you recall, can you go back to Saturday? What happened to you?
Well, on Saturday, I was by the bus stop waiting for meat while my brother was going and sold some meat. So I myself now came up the bus stop. Then I decided now I have a coal pit to pull. That's all yesterday, Sunday, I was in the coal pit. Then Brother Peter says, met me. And he told me, come a while. Then I asked him for what? He told me that he want to see me. He told me, let's go. I told him for what? Then he told me, I'm going to show you something at my home. I said, I myself believe in it. Something he's going to show me to do for him, because I not to say we are neighbors, but I know I don't have nothing against him, because others start. Then he told me that, let's go inside there, stay for him. Then when he told me stay for him, he just lock his gate and he moved. From locking his gate, then he go down the road. From when we go down the road, I see him coming from next guy. That is Foster Laron. Then he pick up Foster, he had Foster Laron in custody together with me at his home. Then he went there and he said that I'm going for the next one at Chief Naidashi. I said, what are you talking about? I don't know about that, because also my hand in cast. I'm well sick because my hand in cast since on the 5th of September, my hand in cast. And I doing my hard work. So I say, so your hand dirty. It's looking like you pulled my dashing. I say, no, because it's my calls I'm making. How I can pull your dashing? He said, well, you have to tell me who pulled his dashing. Then I spoke to him. I tell him I don't know. Then he come with raw coffee inside of his garage. And he said, all you will have to say, because if I had my gun, I would shoot all you. And I vex. It's not a matter of Christian. It's not a matter of, I am, not, he told me that he not, because he's a minister, he working so hard, and them things could make him so vexed. that he could kill one of us inside of his place. I said, who are you talking to? Then he left us there, and then he go to the police. So I'm saying to myself, if something happened like this, he just supposed to arrest me and then at his home. So he's supposed to go to the police and bring the police come and then let the police investigate the matter. But you cannot do no who kick your dashing and have free men inside your place. And he kneel down and say, oh God, say and all them kind of thing, and he go and get a warden leaf, warden wood, and start hitting me with it on my cast while I'm sick. Take his son go and get a plywood and start hitting them guys because he didn't arrest me. He arrested two guys, but because he knew my hand get fractured, then the son hit each of them two in their head and hit me one on my shoulder. Then I tell the son, if you hit me again, I go and fight with you inside of his place. Then the police was there. The police said, oh, you're wrong. Your son shouldn't beat that man. But he, the police, now I can get his name and make all you know who is them, because of he should tell the son do not do that, because he opened the cell like as for the son to be just inside there. And then all Brother Peter and his people from his church start calling up and saying, hit him, hit him, hit them, hit them, it's yourself. It's yourself at the big plant. Yes. Then Rose that it's yourself. Yeah, he killed they working. Then Catholic, I explain all of them, Brother Lauren. I had them say, then his wife come and say, no, you shouldn't do them things there, you know, because I believe Silu at the Tikadashin. And you could get information from me from whole how much days I in calls on my old hand. And you could bring the police and all of them to investigate where I was and how come he can just brutalize me like that. And I'll tell you more about him, because he come now and tell the police he do believe it's me. And after you doing all them kind of things, brutalize me or hit me, but they believe in me. I say I don't gonna say that in the public, but when you talk to me and I say I will tell Jason what happened, then I will get the result, because he brutalized me, threw me down, because he know I have good hand. But his son hit me for plywood, I don't lie. Then thanks to Jason.
But Silo, you know nothing about Mr. Seja's dash-in.
If I know something about it, I don't know. I cannot tell you, because I be there since on the 5th. I have a cast in my hand, and even calls I making. I cannot tell Mr. about dashing. I'm not a police. I'm not a guard. So how I can know? He kneeled down and said he had his gun. He shoot one of us to make us talk and see about his dashing. So he trying to get me scared, and I showing him I'm not scared because I'm innocent about it.
So what you gonna do about this now, Silo? I mean, you've
what I'm going to do?
Yes, you have already established your.
I don't take he and his son to court for having me in that place, because he decide if nobody didn't see us, he could just shoot us and leave us down. As I talk and I do not get a lawyer, I need a lawyer.
Interesting times. On the line, live with me, one of the second persons involved in the episode in La Plaine on Saturday, Mr. Prosper Laron. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Mr. Laron?
Yes, sir.
We've been told that you were involved in an incident with Mr. Peter Seja on Saturday. What can you tell us, sir? Go back to Saturday sometime mid-morning.
Yes, sir. I was down on the streets, and Peter Seja met me and say, come in, let's go.
Come in where?
I went with him, and I went at his home with him. He locked me down in his downstairs where his car parked.
Let's go back. Let's take it slowly, sir. Take it slowly. He told you to get in where?
In the vehicle.
In the vehicle?
Grab me up and push me in the vehicle and tell me, let's go.
So he grabbed you and pushed you in the vehicle?
Yeah, and tell me, let's go. So I went with him, and he locked me up at his downstairs where his car parked in.
So he locked you in his garage?
Yeah. And then he son, he and his son, Dick Seja, beat me up with a piece of plywood without knowing nothing.
So why did he beat you up with a piece of plywood? You're alleging that he beat you up with a piece of plywood. Why? Did he tell you? Did he tell you why he was beating you up with a piece of plywood?
No. He just grabbed me up and bring me up and start beating me up without no questioning.
So when did you find out why he beat you?
I find that it was dashing.
So who told you it was a for Dashin?
Huh?
Who told you that it was for Dashin that he beat you up?
While he was beating me up.
Or while he was beating you up, you found out?
Yeah.
So what happened next after he beat you up or his son beat you up? What happened?
I could not do nothing because I just walked back down the road.
So when did the police get involved?
At the same time they were there.
They were there. So what did the police tell you?
Nothing. Then I just take my blows and I go back down.
You took your blows. Did you try fighting back? Did you try?
No. I was trying to defend myself in, trying to block the plywood on them.
So where did you get the blows? Where did you get the blows from the plywood?
At the back of my shoulder.
At the back of your shoulder.
Yeah, on my back side.
So now that you received your blows, according to you, allegedly from Peter Seja's son and Peter Seja, what are you going to do about this? There were people looking on. There were people looking at you getting blows.
So I don't have no money, but if I could get somebody to help me to take a lawyer, I would appreciate it.
All right, but listen to me. I guess you missed that point. When you were receiving the blows, according to you, from
Church members was there.
who?
The church members.
Church members
Pentecostal church, yeah.
from the Pentecostal church. They were looking on at Peter Seja and his son
Yeah.
beating you up.
And the chairperson Rose.
The chairperson was there too.
Rose Blaze.
Rose Blaze. The chairperson of the Village Council of La Plaine.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Peter Seja's Dashin? Because I'm hearing that he claims that you guys may have stolen his Dashin.
No, I don't know anything about his dashing. I didn't even pass close to his dashing. I just don't know about Peter Seja's dashing.
You know nothing about that?
No.
So you were receiving blows for things you know nothing about, according to you.
Yeah.
All right. That was Prosper Laron there. I'm trying to get to the third victim, if you will. He is not available at this time. Something seems wrong about this, huh? Again, I'll continue to try for Peter St. Jean. I've been told that he may be at some inauguration of a school in Newtown this afternoon as the education minister. So you heard it yourself. It appears that the minister may have taken things in his own hands. I want to talk to a lawyer about what you may refer to in Dominica as a citizen's arrest. Whether Mr. Peter Seja was within his rights to arrest these individuals. Hello, talk to me. Are you there, caller?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
That's who?
that's me here, Jason.
Yeah, Jason Function, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great, man. How are you doing?
Good. What is the situation there in La Plaine?
Well, it's a shocker.
This is crazy. I mean, I've always said this. If we don't stop this, it's going to maybe get continuing or more worse than this. It's a shame. It's a shame to see a minister of government in that high ranking to behave in such of a manner.
But let's go back, Jason, to a minute here. I did ask a question. Are you aware of something called citizen's arrest?
Yeah, I am aware of that. But Matt, if I'm not wrong, don't you have to meet the person? I mean, back in the day when if you go in your garden,
you have to catch that person right-handed.
Yeah, if you go in the garden, you meet a cow eating your plantation, you pound the animal.
Right.
You bring it to the station, and you allow the owner to come and claim the animal, and then if you have damages, you get an assessment, and then you allow the farmer to pay you for your crop.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened here is that Mr. Seja did not meet anyone in his plantation. He's assuming that this gentleman maybe touches on Dashin, which up to now, that he hasn't found out who took his Dashin. And that is what is the challenging moment right now, is that you accuse 3 men. There's a 4th guy, by the way. We're leaving out one guy here who was arrested in Roseau.
Okay.
That is Ed Alan, who was selling coconuts in Goodwill, which was apprehended in Roseau by the police and brought to the police headquarters in Roseau. And after release, then they didn't find the Dashin on him either.
So no guys from your reports, Jason, have been arrested thus far?
I'm sorry?
No person have been arrested?
Nobody has been arrested for this matter. Not one single person has been charged or has been arrested for this matter. These gentlemen were held in prison wrongfully. They were held, they were given blows, they were disciplined, I would say, or hit or bleed or whatever you want to call it. But these men were held against their own will. These men were picked up on the street, not because of their way or whatever their character may be in the past, but you just don't go around the country or go around the island or go around the village, rounding people up like you task force and bring them to your home in your basement and then punish them and beat them. And what strikes me, Matt, the chairwoman of the Lapland Village Council stood right there. She's a leader in the community, even though they're closed and they're not functioning. But she's standing right there, witnessing this. I'm calling for her resignation, immediate resignation from the village council. And also members of the Pentecostal church who stood there and looking at it, calling themselves Christians, going to service every Sunday morning, and allowing this to happen, watching this take place. And then this is unbelievable that leaders in this community are looking at 3 men getting beaten up by a minister and his son. And you are leaders standing there watching onto this. I'm not even saying that's not right, Mr. Minister.
But just some people might suggest, and are already suggesting, that you were not there. You got the reports. And, you may be trying to make this political. How do you defend this, Jason?
Well, let me tell you something, Matt. This is not political. Because let me tell you something. I have made it clear to them before. I have voted for the Labour Party. I am a member of the executive branch, which I'm after. So after all these misconceptions of that misdeed, I will not be participating in their functions anymore. Because their behavior, this is not what I support. This is not what I believe in, and this is not what I am for. This type of behaviors, I am definitely not for, and I'm going to expose them. And let me send a clear message. Anybody who believes in La Plaine, they can do anything and think they can get away with it. They better be careful, because Jason is here. I am from here, and I'm here. And this is what I'm letting them know. They think they can do what they want. Nobody's above the law. Nobody has the right to take the law in their own hands. And nobody, not even the Prime Minister, is above the law. So that's why Clemens out to send them. This is not a political matter. They can take it how they want. Nobody is asking me to do this. These guys, they do not have a voice. These 3 guys, they do not have no voice. They are intimidated by power. Saint-Jean would not do this to me. He knows better.
So how are the people of La Plaine, maybe you could speak to that, Jason, how are they reacting? Because this seems like, almost like a human rights issue.
Oh, yes, Matt. if you look,
I'm saying, but why would the Lapland people sit silently and allow this to happen?
now there is a lot of people who doesn't like this. There is a lot of people that I spoke to who are telling me under the table that, yo, this is going to be hot for this guy this week. Because he
But why do they have to speak under the table? I mean, as I said to you, this is human rights.
problem. And that is why I'm trying to make the example. That is why I'm trying to make the example. I want them to follow my lead. I'm calling on all those. Do not be afraid. I am with you. I am your voice. If you're scared to talk, come to me. I will bring it up for you. But you can stand by my side, lean on my shoulder. But do not be scared to talk.
But you're not intimidated with all the power around you. It appears that some people have absolute power.
My King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And if anybody wants to come to my home or come to threaten me or come to do this, I am not intimidated. Justice is justice, and enough is enough. Nonsense is nonsense. And not, I mean, as a rehabilitated man, I will not stand on the side and see crime or anything happen like that without. If I see it, I'm going to say it. And that's exactly how it is. And a minister of government behaving in such a way, like as though he and his son is task force.
Somebody called on him to resign this morning. You think that's the way to go?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, he has to be held accountable. He has to answer some questions. And also the police department, I support them very well. They work with me on my disaster committee. They need to answer some questions. I mean, who was in charge? I mean, who was taken? I mean, who is the? How many police? Matt, one question I want to ask: how many police stations do we have in La Plaine? How many? Do we have one at Balizy and one on the flat?
It appears that some people are holding cells, in their own homes in La Plaine.
Matt, you see this thing here? If we allow this to continue with the piggery issue, what Peter is sending a clear message that we can just go round up people and just go ahead. If anybody does anything, go round them up. What he's sending as a minister and as a role model as he wants to be, he's sending a wrong message. He's letting people know that they can go ahead, round up people. If they find somebody do them something wrong and bring them to their home and beat them up, and the police will not do them anything. We cannot send this message out, man. This is dangerous.
It is dangerous. But we take another phone call here. Good afternoon, 1:31. Very interesting times. Hello.
Matt, I'm sitting there and I listen to these two guys you had the interview with.
Yes.
It is evident that took place. And you're telling me you have people in the village that still afraid to talk. I mean, what kind of society we living in? Because now, on the other hand, the guys who got the beating, they actually said they didn't take the beating because he's the minister. So they must have voted for the minister and they cannot say nothing, they cannot do nothing, they cannot even defend themselves in a situation like that. So I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Because obviously in one of the interviews I'm getting here, just interpreting, he's saying that, they just feel that he will not talk. But he did come public.
Yeah, but besides that now, even yesterday with one of the ladies who spoke on her brother's behalf, I think she said that during the election they took one of these guys to vote, for Peter Seja and not to vote for the UWP. Now you're asking if there is politics in there. In what Jason is doing, I don't see no politics in that because wrong was done to these people and somebody has to stand up for them. So I don't see where the politics coming in that. The politics might just be Peter Seja being protected and nothing happening. The police is not acting. That's where the politics is. So we like to ask about if people are political. The politics is always on the side of the Labour Party because they are always the ones who do the wrong because they have the Labour Party covering up everything.
Well, if the Prime Minister is for human rights and something like this happened, and if it can be proven, then the Prime Minister should intervene and step in.
Matt, the guys told you what happened to them, so that is already proof that it happened. They're not telling stories on themselves. Have a good day, Matt.
Have a good day. Let's talk to the one-day Christians here.
This one is about those
The people who looked on and laughed.
then turn around and do the things that give true Christians a bad name. Them a one-day Christian. Them a one-day Christian. 6 days a week.
You never thought this one would come up, huh?
Sunday dress up in a
They call them the one-day Christian.
Bible in the hand. Oh Lord, them a one-day Christian. Oh Lord, them a holler for the Lord, holler for the Lord, holler for the Lord, and enough of them a fraud. See them a come
My brother Loving there, tell them.
with the attitude holier than thou. They don't mingle with non-Christian folk. They don't wanna be unequally yoked. Them cause missing at them a gone some way because them go to church every Sunday while me in a
This is Talk on the Block.
cause me go a party the night before. Them cause fornication
Somebody says, Matt, you have me cracking up there, boy.
TV, see the preacher I cry. Oh,
I'm addressing these people there who allegedly looked on and said nothing.
carefully, while the tears of the person flowed.
These people of the Pentecostal church there.
It occurred to me, the person really a cry for money. Him not cry for the poor family who have to go to bed every night early. Not cry for the South African country where black people trying to be free. Not cry for the youth who are suffer daily. Him a cry for money. But all of them go have to cry some more when the key man lock.
I'm not condoning the stealing of produce, predial larceny. But please, if you can prove your case, take it to the police. Matt, I'm listening, and if these allegations are true, this minister should step down, and his son should be arrested, and the police who were there should be suspended. Full investigation, somebody says on the WhatsApp message. Giving the good Christians a bad name, huh?
Sunday night him in a church I pray. Monday him a lead young woman a straight. One day Christian, them a one day Christian.
And I hope the people listen to Chaba this morning. For one coconut, their time will come. The people who stood and looked and witnessed are equally guilty.
Follow me now, hear this. Say are true Christians everywhere, and you me attack, so have no fear. I beg you don't feel no way. Just hear me when I say there are wolves among the sheep. There are wolves among the sheep.
Love and day, tell them.
Be careful of the company that you keep. There are wolves among the sheep. Key-man, lock the door.
Who locked the door?
Lock the door and gone. Yeah. Key-man, lock the door. The key-man lock the door and gone. I me say when my pilot come, I'll take an aeroplane ride.
Matt, citizens arrest has nothing to do with catching someone in the act of crime. He has no evidence. And who's told the Dashin. And to assault them, these government ministers are out of hand.
Say me can't take
And they too should take Saint-Jean to court. God help her.
these unholy backslider. I go on like them in a soap opera.
Okay, let's take a phone call there. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you?
And good afternoon to your listeners. In fact, I'm listening to this thing and I wonder if I'm in Dominica, you know.
If you're in Dominica, you think you're in Iran or some country?
I think it sounds like more Zimbabwe, Mugabe kind of behavior. Now, I think we need to hear the other side, and I think Saint-Jean should come to the air and let the country knows, and those who are standing there should not remain silent on this. They should be able to come forward and say what transpired. If you find somebody, or if you suspect somebody steal something of yours, the right thing to do is to go to the police and identify the people and let the police investigate the matter. And if people are found wanting, then they'll be charged and they'll be arrested and charged and placed before the court, and the court will decide. But you cannot take the law into your own hand and take them into your home and beat them and so forth. I think if that really happened, I think Peter Saint-Jean really, to me, surprised me. And it was when I listened to him on the platform, and I could see he's a person who has a kind of vendetta hat kind of approach. And if that is done, I would like to know the age of the people up there. We plan to make a visit to the area and find out or get our investigation on the matter there, because I really find it's it's really hard to believe, frankly speaking, hard to believe. Even having heard from the various interviews and so forth, I just felt that can't happen. in a civilized country where a minister in particular, that is thing for what you call Busulavi behavior, people who rank in that field, not people who are in government and supposed to show an example, lead by example. So I can't believe that the minister did that and his son and the people stood there and watch and laugh at it. They should be able to talk, because if you don't talk and see what happened, a day will come when you yourself will face the same whip, because what you do for your neighbor, you usually fall in it later on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, too. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Mr. Belte,
That is me.
you're one the Christian. It's very interesting. You can remember Marty was Yampis or Tarish Pit, where some a foreign national, I think he was
There's some French people, yes.
and some other Dominicans just disappeared. 2 guys, Matt.
That's true.
Don't worry, We all were laughing because it's ridiculous. It's incredible. It's unbelievable, Matt. So when you see what happened to Mr. Lennox Linton, when you see what happened to Mr. Goni Manuel, and many, many other things, Matt, the no law, not even the Constitution, has pervaded, multiplied, resonate, Matt. It is echoing, and it is replaying itself over and over and over in every aspect, Matt. Everybody that is subordinated to them, look at they doing it. I telling you, people that feel, well, they are not ministers and everything is going to do it. Matt, you hear they have made 2 dead bodies, one in the massacre, but one somewhere by Geneva. This is always between decomposed bodies, Matt.
Yes.
And people just disappearing. They think they can sow the seeds of lawlessness and other people will repeat the harvest, so to speak. So when we do what we're doing, my brother, when you blow into a balloon, I have said it already, the discretion is not left to the balloon. It's the person who is blowing air into the balloon. And the people are listening, and they will be fed up. And they can recruit all new police officers, Blackmore warn them and tell them not to be influenced by those senior police officers that have their personal vendetta and all kind of words they use. Turning the young recruits against the senior police officers. Have you heard that, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
So, Matt, let us sleep tight, because it's not me. It's Matt. It's the opposition. Workers. I am not workers. I am not labor. I am not freedom. I am just a spiritual being moving through this great unknown, as much as we think we know about it, Earth. But, Matt, I telling you, keep your eyes on Dominica. I tell you, keep your eyes on America, Matt, a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're just shooting black men like flies. They want something. 9/11 wasn't enough for them. So let us continue to do what we're doing. And it's Angelo Ali, I believe in the back, who told, when the thing happened on the port, Angelo Ali tell them, man, all they have to do now is take Maho, Pima, and Boaden. You hear the brother talk about Boaden, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
And put blows on them fellas as long as you can voluntarily hop in a man's vehicle, take them to a lab, and have your blood drawn from you. Random drug testing. You should beat them with Maho, Pima, and Boaden. Look now, the minister take the advice of Mr. Allen and put blows on them, and if try board and Boaden, Matt, me, somebody would have to kill me. Thank you.
Not taking sides, but if they beat up the man, they're very wrong. But it's always good to get both sides of the story. I'm hoping that Mr. Peter Seja will speak and do that very promptly. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon to you and your listeners.
Yes,
If these guys went to Peter Seja garden to take his produce, they are wrong, and it has to be condemned. And if Peter Seja put his hands on these guys and place them in his downstairs as it is the police station, it is also wrong. But the minister must see himself as a humble servant of the people. If the people went to your garden and you're not satisfied, there is law and order in this country. Go to the police. Peter Seja is not a police officer. He does not work in the police department. He's not a prison officer. He doesn't work in the prison department. So it's not because you feel you're a minister of government and your party motto is to tramp on the rights of the citizens of Dominica that you have the authority to put your hands on them and to have them on your downstairs. This is wrong. And if this is the case, Matt, the entire constituency should ask Peter Seja to step aside. I am not going to ask for a police investigation because our friend and our brother who was walking on the street that was burned with hot water, There is up to a day like today, the public relations officer cannot give us a comprehensive explanation or comprehensive report as to what transpired. All because it is a labor right to burn him, so it is okay. Now a labor right is doing that, it is okay. The people of the constituency must come together just as Salisbury people stood up and say enough is enough with the minister and ask him to tender his resignation with immediate effect. Failing to do that, Matt, then he can pay the consequences. But we're not going to ask for inquiry or ask for investigation. That will be swept underneath the carpet, just as how Andy Matter was swept underneath the carpet because it's a cabal.
Well, you know what they say, and love in there. Yes, he told that story very nicely a few years ago with this one.
So you is the Babylon books that is causing disruption in my domestic affairs. I am Constable Brown, them call me Boy Blue. I have here a warrant to arrest you, cause you beat up your girl to shit black and blue. Then ask what
But here's the question.
I come to show what police can do. I'm going to show what police
Can the police do anything?
tough like wax stone. I'm going to introduce it to your jawbone. Box out your teeth till you mourn and grow neck your
Can the police do anything based on what we've seen lately?
your nose up, they find your looks. Cause they shouldn't call me Babylon books. I come to show what police can do. I'm going to show what police can do. A long time I notice some of you, man. It seems like you love to beat up woman. Cause every little thing on the raise on no hand. Like this on no bring them from this land. When we the police on no call Babylon. We they have to give them protection. Roses are red, violets are blue. Stadium ball bright but not bright like you. Cause you beat up the girl till she black and blue. Then ask what the hell the police can do. I come to show what police can do. I'm going to show what police can do. I'm going to make you feel some.
All right, let's take another phone call there. We're just dropping a few, asking a few questions. What the hell the police can do? Talk to me.
Matt,
Yes.
good work, my brother.
Thank you.
Matt, very appropriate song because you see, I'm listening to Blessings and I'm just listening to Coupel, Matt. And Matt, if you notice something common, Matt, we have to ask our question, why is Peter Seja not yet arrested? Especially you had a police who witnessed, according to reports, who witnessed the incident. So we need to ask the question, why has Mr. Carbon, Commissioner Carbon, issued orders to arrest the minister, Matt? And again, Matt, we're hearing about Crime Stoppers and talking about community policing and people need to cooperate with police and so on. That is what we're seeing about the police in terms of their selectivity in dealing with crime, especially as Coupel made the point. Crimes where the government or their friends are involved, the police seem to have no interest, Matt. And that does not speak well for our democracy and it does not speak well for law and order in Dominica, Matt. The policemen are responsible for the breakdown of law and order in Dominica, Matt. And we need to bring the police to account, Matt. And it is time, Matt, for us to see the effect that the police actions are having on the overall democracy of our country. So that is why people are calling for resignations here and there. I am calling for the resignation of Mr. Carbon. Because right now, Matt, we cannot see the...
But we don't know if Mr. Carbon has gotten involved just yet, Brian.
Matt, it is how many days, Matt, that has happened?
Since Saturday.
Yeah, exactly, Matt. And Peter Seja, for example, Matt, if those reports were not true, Matt, we would have heard a statement from Mr. Seja already in defense of himself. But not heard anything from Mr. Seja, and his silence, Matt, speaks volumes.
All right, well, let's wait until we hear, if you will, from Mr. Seja and whether this report is on the commissioner's desk just yet. 148.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, this situation in La Plaine, to me, is a joke. But let me tell you something, Matt. Unless we see some people walking like straight jackets in this country and stop taking things for a joke, we will never see changes, Matt. We have to stop taking those things for a joke. These things are not jokes. These are serious business. The people have intention and we must decide to stand up. Some people have to start walking.
Are you from La Plaine, sir?
My family is from La Plaine, Matt.
Oh, I'm just asking because I'm saying, what are the people of La Plaine doing about this?
Well, Matt, they have to do something about it.
All right, hello, talk to me.
Mr. Pelte, quickly.
Quickly.
I just want to tell Dominicans, if we can allow them to get away with what they do to Mr. Lennox Linton, Tony Astapans and Roosevelt Skerritt, concocted a plan to jail the opposition leader, send police at his home, accuse him of disclosing his private information he released to the IPO. Look at Matt, we get talking that according to the what that happening in La Plaine there and what that happened on the port and everything, but that's a joke. Matt, them man going to disappear people that oppose to them. And that is the message they're sending, you know. So we think it's a joke, but it's not a joke. It is coming and it is upon us. It is going to get even more intense. That is what I mean, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, talk to me here. 449-3095. Hello.
Matt?
Yes.
Good afternoon. This nonsense is going to continue until one day they're going to mess with the wrong person, Matt. And they will find out what will happen to them.
Hello, talk to me. Hello, this is almost like a threat there. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, Matt.
Uh-huh.
I've been listening to the La Plaine people in Ozo. The people who came down after the whatever took place on Saturday. And most of them saying that the best man to deal with the issue is the pirate. So they are covered of these things.
Hello, talk to me. You're a little over the place there. I didn't really get that point there. 151.
That's what, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, it is written in the Bible, many sorrows shall be to the wicked. What they must do, bring him back and everything back to normal. Tie him and flog him.
Hello. What's your language there? Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon.
How are you doing, brother?
And how are you?
Okay.
Okay, I just want to ask if the men and them they did there, if they were asleep or if they were in a coma.
They seem that they were alive. Of course, you heard them spoke there. Hello, talk to me. Hello? Are you there, caller? Hello, talk to me.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
Yeah, how you doing, my brother?
Matt, I'm doing good. Matt Aspeltel Jr., Peter Seja is a senior member of the Dominica Labour Party.
That's clear.
Senior member of the government. He is education minister, so he knows better. He kidnapped the gentlemen as alleged. He incarcerated them as alleged. But we have been saying, I specifically have been saying, this is the making of a mongoose gang. That is the same thing that happened in Grenada. It is happening in Dominica now. We need to take a stand. We have seen the swiftness in which the police has moved in respect to opposition members by simply uttering words that were controversial. Today, you have a sitting government minister being accused by 3 individuals, and not even a feather is rest on their shoulder. The Dominican people have to understand this is the making of a dictatorship. It's a mongoose gang to silence people, to punish people. But I challenge them. Let us try to walk the monkey to again, Wesley, and see if a hurricane wouldn't blow on them alone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's take another phone call. Hello. Yes, go ahead.
This song you're playing there, I always jam in it. Loving there.
You like it?
Boy, man, I don't jam not by me, I don't jam not loud. I'm a mountain star, as I'm going to be able to mountain star because right now, Mr. Not Christian, Mr. also resign from Christian.
All right. I don't know if the issue is a Christian one, though. Hello, talk to me. Hello. Yeah, some good Christians, and they say there's some bad Christians as well. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Does Peter Seja's action implies that we do not need the police anymore? That's all.
That's your question. Hello.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing?
What song is that Chubby told you here? What's the name of the song Chubby told you here? The new single?
Hush Your Mouth.
Hush Money or Hush Your
Hush Money, yes.
Well, this is the same that's going to continue to happen. Those guys going to get paid and everything's going to just swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? It's the people. And if anything happen, watch for by-election and get these guys and them out of there, man. Come on.
All right. Hello, talk to me.
Hello.
Yes.
All right, so I don't think it was right for Peter Seja to do what he do. So you think it's right for Jason Fountain to be calling all those 4 people for what they have? That's all you have to check.
Repeat again, repeat. Hello, you're running away. I need to interact with you. But again, we don't want to make this Jason Fontaine was just the person who interacted early and broke the story. But why do you think that you have to get him involved? You heard it from the people who just spoke to me themselves. 154. We're going to come back right after this. No, I think they're going to make it a Jason Fountain issue. It's not a Jason Fountain issue. You know what happened. So why do you think you have to drag him involved or drag him in this one? We're coming back.
For people of Roseau and the entire Dominica, let me tell you this. A new restaurant has opened its doors in the city. Spice Restaurant, located on the first floor, 66 Upper Lane, opposite Rich's Barbershop, below Rivers, 24-hour minicab. It's the right place for you. We specialize in jerk sandwiches, jerk burgers, various fries, coffee, tea, special wing, smoothies, and lots more. Spice up your world with the best meals at Spice Restaurant. Open 7 to 11 p.m. Sunday to Thursday, 24 hours on Friday and Saturday. We make a difference when it comes to delicious meals. It's all happening at the right place in Dominica. You can contact us 277-9081, 617-9081. Our mission, Madame Léo Fin en ville Roseau Place, là où c'est posé manger, c'est Spice Restaurant en Roseau, 66 Upper Lane, tout près Rich's Barbershop en Roseau, messieurs, mesdames. Nous sommes spécialisés en toute qualité bon manger. Check us out today. Spice Restaurant, we make a difference.
The government of Dominica presents the 19th edition of the World Creole Music Festival.
People all around the world come to feel the magic of this celebration. The music of all Creole nations. Beyoncé et Bidou, come sing and dance with us. Beyoncé et Bidou, come celebrate with us. C'est ça nous, célébrer et Bidou. C'est musique à nous, ça mange pas nous. Vite célébrer et Bidou.
For more information, call 448-4833 or visit dominicafestivals.com.
We have 3 more minutes. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, Matt. Good afternoon, Matt.
How you doing, my brother?
Matt, you know, Matt, they came for Lennox Linton, and we decided we want Lennox. They went for the public works workers, and we decided we didn't work at public works. They went for Fescott Jones, and we decided we didn't work, we were not security. They went for the 2 guys on the port, and we were not port workers. Now they have gone for 2 poor people in the village of La Plaine. Matt, La Plaine people should be up in arms by now. I have family from La Plaine. My great-grandfather lived in La Plaine. A lot of families in La Plaine, Matt. So I feel insulted when the likes of Peter St. Jean, that is what his name is. You people say Peter Seja. His name is Peter St. Jean. He's a Frenchman. As an individual who has no authority to do what he did, we allow him to do that. You know what is the saddest part, Matt? The court is a partner, a willing participant in the shenanigans that goes on after all of this. Because when you go to the court, Matt, you're going to have judicial review. You're going to have a court taking years to get before the court. When it gets there, Matt, witnesses don't remember details. The lawyers and the judges love that because years have gone by, you can't remember details, and so they tend to disbelieve you. Matt, this is a situation where the country no longer is a democratic society.
I'll tell you what, we have 30 more seconds. We have to go. Thank you. Tomorrow on the hot set. I'm hoping by that time Mr. Peter Seja makes his statement and we get his side of the story. He's speaking today at some official ceremony of the Newtown Primary School. Maybe he'll take the opportunity to address the issue. We'll wait. I'll keep trying myself. It's 2 o'clock. We've got to go.